Look at me, pretend the cameras aren't even here. First and foremost, tell me your first and last name and get it all spelled out for me, please.
Okay, Beau Thomas, Beauthomas.
And who do you have with you today?
This is my son, Luca.
Hi, Luca.
Little assistant.
Thank you for joining us, Luca. Okay, official title, if you've got one. Is it Muralist? Who's your company?
Yeah, I just run I'm a single entrepreneur, one-person business. So I've been lucky enough to run a mural business in Greenbay for over 10 years now, and making art my career.
What got you started in this? I mean, at what age did you kind of realize that you were gifted in this field?
Yeah, it's been a really long road. I think age 14, I kind of discovered graffiti and fall in love with graffiti art, and get in a little trouble in my teenage years. But by the time I'm in college, I took my skills and started my own company. So yeah, just an 8th grader who found a passion for art and stuck with it through high school and college. And my graduation, I was ready to go full-time with it.
So is this kind of a dream job for you?
Definitely, yeah.
That's amazing.
So yeah, I'm super lucky to be able to do this. And yeah, after all these years, I can drive around Green Bay and see my work on, every 2 minutes I'm pointing out a different project, and it's pretty cool.
I was just about to ask, do you know how many pieces across the city you've got around here?
I don't have an exact count. I think I've done maybe over 350 murals so far, but a good portion have been covered up, and I routinely paint over my murals, so that's kind of where we are here. This is the 3rd layer of paint I've put on this wall so far. In 5 years, there used to be an Aaron Rodgers mural here, and then there was a skull that covered that up after he left the Packers, and then now I brought back some brighter colors and a little more of a positive image.
So tell me why you chose this. I mean, this is kind of an iconic photo around Green Bay for people who have lived here for years and years. They've seen this photo. For those who are watching maybe on YouTube and don't know, this photo was taken. This man was kind of trespassed and went skiing down the coal piles, and there's a famous picture of it and says Ski Green Bay. So why was this your next piece for this location?
Yeah, I definitely keep my eye on the news, and this is such a hot topic lately, and moving the coal piles out of downtown has been talked about for years and years and years, and here's another moment where it's a crossroad and what's going to happen with Green Bay. So yeah, I just love the history of that image and kind of the mischief involved, and making do with what you have and having fun in your own backyard. Whether it's a nice snowy mountain or a black coal pile, this guy found a way to have some fun and created a pretty cool image. So yeah, I just love, I'm a Green Bay native, so I love all the history here, and it's fun to be able to kind of reflect that and do some tributes around town.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if maybe you remember like growing up and this photo kind of floating around. Did you ever think that it would still like be relevant the way it is now?
Yeah, I mean, I was always kind of amazed by the photo. I had a friend with the poster, and yeah, it's just so interesting that however many years ago this guy climbed up that mountain or the pile and skied down. So yeah, it's just a fun moment for Green Bay, and looking back at some of the mischief that's happened, and then what's going to come next. Is there going to be a different future there, or is it going to be same old? So we'll see.
Tell me a little bit about, is it ever maybe, I guess you said that this is the 3rd layer. Mm-hmm. Is it ever maybe sad saying goodbye to some of the previous art that you had put on there before?
It can be, but I've got the attitude that I'm always thinking about the next thing, the next project. So at some point I get sick and tired of the art that's on the wall, and I want to, fresh start and do something new. So yeah, I'm really lucky to be able to work back here. This is a building owner who gave me permission to paint on his walls, and for 5 years now I've been painting back here and making some cool artwork. So it's a fun thing.
Luca, don't touch the microphone, buddy. That's okay. That is okay. He's curious. I love it. What am I leaving out? Is there anything else about this image specifically that maybe was more difficult, or was it easier than some of the other projects you've worked on? Is there anything that kind of stuck out while you were creating it? Obviously you had a photo to go off of, but any other interesting tidbits about you actually creating this?
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing too deep about the project. I just thought it was a great photograph that deserved to be, on the side of a building. But yeah, I'm trying some new techniques up there. I'm getting a little looser with my paint. You can see a lot of splatter paint happening in there. And yeah, it's just a little space for me to experiment and try new things. So my first time painting a skier. That's the first in my career, but think it turned out pretty good.
I think it looks great. I mean, for people who have seen the photo, it looks just like it. The colors in the trees are amazing. And so you do this all with spray paint, is that right? Do you do any paint brushing?
Mostly spray paint. I'll also use like house paint or bucket paint to get some large blocks of color on there. But yeah, once I get going, it's really working with spray paint and yeah, taking my time and building up those layers and going back to fix mistakes, and kind of when it's done, and you can, you know, feel good enough and walk away.
How long total did this one take you?
This was about a week. So coming here in the evenings and working till dark, and yeah, real fun experience.
What's maybe one of the ones that's taken you the longest? Do you have it in your mind? I know you worked on the one in De Pere, correct? That's a pretty big one.
Yeah, that was a big one. Just right down the block here, the Broadway mural. That was actually about 5 years to plan it and get funding and permission and get a good design, and then I think 2 months to paint it. Wow. So that might be the city's tallest mural. I'm not exactly sure on that, but it's a pretty big piece on the side of that building. So yeah, anybody going down to Broadway is going to see that wall.
How fun is it for you to bring this little guy around town with you and show him the cool stuff that Dad has created?
Yeah, it's the best. I mean, life has changed with him, and yeah, I feel really lucky to be able to stick around in my hometown and yeah, show him some of the stuff that Dad does.
Anything else you'd like to add or mention about your artwork in general, about this one? Anything else that I've left out?
Yeah, I just hope that people take a look around their world and their lives and look at blank spaces and what you can do with them. This was, yeah, blank white walls. Some of them had graffiti, and I thought that we could do a little better than what was. So I think art can do a lot to transform a space and a community, and just make people happy and feel safe. So yeah, I'm a big believer in the power of art and the magic of murals.
What about a quick message to kids who were like you once, who were maybe causing a little bit of trouble with some graffiti, and how it's possible that that can become your career?
Yeah, it's really funny that the same skill can either be illegal and a crime, or you can get paid for it. So the difference is just getting permission and doing things the right way. You got to practice your butt off, years and years of working on your skills, and then yeah, the world should be ready to receive you once you're ready.
Awesome. All right, I think that's it.
Cool.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Really appreciate it.
Where did you find the picture? How did you?
Yeah.
Because you're too young to.
I'm not even sure what year it was taken. Somebody mentioned the 70s, but yeah.
I've heard 70s, 80s. We've got to nail that down.
Yeah, right. Yeah, there was a great article a couple years ago that came out kind of describing the history of it. So yeah, I actually keep a folder of all Greenbay history photographs, and that's sitting in there, and yeah, nice to kind of replicate history and bring it to life a little bit.
Really cool.
And then I see multiple people. All the artists know each other?
Yeah, there's kind of like a little underground community in the graffiti world. Most of these walls are done by me, but I've got a few friends that have come to town to paint the wall and leave their mark. So yeah, it's an exciting thing, getting artists from other areas, and it's a nice exchange.
Yeah, it's cool, I'm sure, to see other people's artwork, and you learn from each other and all kinds of stuff, I'm sure.
Yeah, you can't go to school for graffiti, so the best education you have is through your friends.
Awesome.
And what style would you call yourself? Because I know they're very distinct.
Yours
is...
That's a tricky question. I try to work at a few different styles. Sometimes it's cartoony, sometimes it's stuff like landscapes or portraits. So yeah, I try and tackle lots of different styles and projects and forms of painting. So yeah, I'm not just a one style kind of guy.
Awesome, thank you. I'm gonna walk over here with this, grab some more shots of this. Thank you so much for chatting with us. Really appreciate it.
Let's see what they decide with those piles.
I know, I can't wait to see what happens with it.
That line was pretty funny, like, you know, figure it out in 10 days or else.